My name is David. That day, I was on a train, taking my 2 kids to meet their mum. But as a former counter-terror officer overseas, I sensed something was off. Out the window, I saw an Asian man finish a call, then remove the battery and toss it in the trash. That instantly put me on alert. As the train pulled out, I noticed a crew member acting nervous, scanning passengers, knocking on restroom doors. I could feel it. Something was coming.
Sorry, madam. You wouldn't mind looking after my kids for a minute, would you? I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you very much. I'll be right back.
CD?
Sergeant David by the Metropolitan Police. What's going on? You've got an intelligence report for an Asian male in his 20s.
How did you know about that?
Right, I saw you checking out the guy in my carriage. He's fine, but I saw someone acting suspiciously at Marston. I don't know if he succeeded in boarding the train, but if he did, he could be in the toilet. Look, I'm an operational firearms commander with specialist protection. What's the plan?
He told me local police had issued a warning. They believed a suicide bomber was on board this train to London. Their plan was to stop at a remote station and storm the train for a search, but I knew that would only trigger the bomb early. I had to act. My kids were on this train. I went to the suspicious restroom. It was locked. My plan was simple. Open the train doors and restroom door at once, grab the suspect, and throw both him and the bomb off the train. No bomb vest, no visible threat. As he walked away, I rushed into the restroom to check. The second I opened that door, the worst had happened. Inside was a woman, her hand gripping a trigger.
Assalamu alaikum. Just want to talk. I see you're as scared as I am. Yes, I just want to help you. You don't have to do this. You can change your mind. Don't do that, please, don't do that, don't move, stay still, please, just stay still, please, just stay still, don't move, please.
She looked panicked, but didn't press it. I spoke gently, trying to reach her. She stayed silent, but nodded to negotiations. I signaled the crew to start evacuating passengers. Then I sat with her and kept talking, slowly calming her down. Turns out, her husband forced her into this. She was just a pawn, a human bomb in someone else's war. I promised to get her out alive. The train rolled into the station. The SWAT team was waiting. They stormed in and tackled the Asian man on sight. But with her still holding the bomb, snipers were ready to shoot.
PFC report sniper in position. Critical shot authorized.
Received.
She's cooperating, she intends to surrender, she does not intend to activate the device. Get Expo here.
They're here. Now move away.
It's all right. It's okay, I'm not going anywhere.
David.
To protect her, I wrapped my arms around her and gently kept us moving, blocking the shooter's line of sight. Finally, the bomb squad arrived. They defused the device safely. That day, a major terrorist attack was stopped. I was awarded for bravery.
Great job, David. Credit to the branch.
Thank you, Mum.
I'm assigning you to a cabinet minister, the Home Secretary.
Very good, Mum.
To move up.
Yes. Thank you, Mum.
But on my first day, I met Julia. She wasn't exactly welcoming.
Mum, Mum, this is PS Bud, the new PPO.
Pleasure to meet you, Mum. I was wondering if we could discuss using the underground entrance from now on.
I'm late for a meeting.
That night, I walked her home. We argued about which route was safer. I gave my advice.
Cross the river and take the south side.
Terry's been driving me for 3 years. I think he can be trusted to determine the fastest route.
I've made a dynamic risk assessment and given the current threat level, I'm recommending a diversion.
How much longer will that take?
Can't say for certain, Mum.
Well, in that case, we'll just take the usual route. Please, Terry.
Take the south suck if you don't mind. My job's to keep you safe, Mum. I won't tell you how to do yours.
No, but you'll have to make it harder.
At her door, I asked her to wait outside so I could check the house. That really pushed her buttons.
May I ask what you're doing?
What's behind this door?
My study. Seriously, I'm expecting a colleague and I need you to fuck off. No offense.
But I didn't care. I searched every room, like I always do. Later that night, she read a report about the attempted train bombing. She saw my name.
A PC Noel said your name's Bud.
Yes, Mum.
The officer who prevented the 1st of October rail attack. That was you.
Yes, Mum.
In that moment, her entire attitude shifted.
It's been a long and trying day. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot.
Thank you, Mum.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm so sorry. Christ!
Shit! Shut up. Give her your blouse.
It'll never fit.
Julia was about to go live on a national TV interview. There was no time left to dry her clothes. To avoid any complications, I stepped forward immediately. It was the best solution I could come up with.
Fresh on this morning, Mum. My shirts are altered to fit over my ballistic vest, so the chest-to-waist ratio should be compatible.
Julia took the shirt from my hands and quickly put it on. Surprisingly, it fit perfectly. The live interview went smoothly. After spending the whole day together, Julia started warming up to me. She no longer resisted my routine security checks. Instead, she waited quietly by the door. Sometimes, she'd even offer me a drink. Our interactions became more relaxed, and we started talking more.
You won't have heard yet, but we are going to charge the male 1st of October attacker. He appears to have plausible links to Islamist terrorists, though I'm not at liberty to say more at this stage.
That's good news. Thanks, Mum.
And thanks to you, his wife's alive to assist with our inquiries. Seems I'm constantly finding reasons to compliment you.
Not quite constantly. Julia paused for a moment, as if surprised by my answer.
Is there a Mrs. Budd?
Yes, Mum. Vicky.
Your shifts must make home life difficult.
Ever since I returned from the war overseas, I've been battling severe PTSD. My emotions were volatile, often out of control. Vicky, my wife, couldn't take it anymore. She chose to separate from me. We took turns taking care of the kids. I still love Vicky deeply, and I tried everything to win her back. But one day, she said something to me.
I've met someone.
Overnight.
Yes.
You farm our kids out so you can have your night together.
They're with their school friends. They've had a lovely time.
In that moment, my heart ached.
Let's not get divorced yet. In case anything happens to me at work, you'll still get the pension if we're legally married.
The train bombing case was still under investigation. The two suspects refused to talk. Were there more accomplices? Where did the bomb come from? Who was the real target? We had no answers. Through data surveillance, our counter-terror team flagged a suspicious vehicle. We installed a tracker on it. SWAT teams began tailing it on the road. The chief ordered a stakeout near a major intersection. The goal was to uncover its destination, but the suspect switched vehicles. This time, a delivery van. Experience told us it was likely packed with explosives. The situation turned critical. The chief gave the order: deploy all nearby armored police units. Use force to stop it if necessary. The chase vehicle sounded the alarm, overtaking the van to try and block it, but the suspect didn't care. They floored it and made a break for it. Their target was an elementary school just up ahead. The van was moments away from crashing into the campus. Hundreds of kids and staff were in danger. Suddenly, a police car swerved in from a side street, blocking the school gate head-on. Police opened fire. The van finally crashed into a sidewalk barrier. Officers surrounded it instantly, ready to neutralize the threat, but to their shock, one of the suspects was still alive. He gave them a wicked smile, and in the next second, he detonated the bomb. The explosion report reached Julia within minutes.
No idea of the target yet.
No, the incident occurred near a school in South London, Heath Bank Primary School.
Shit.
You know the school?
No.
Fortunately, no casualties amongst the pupils and staff.
But I saw her glance at me because she knew my kids went to that school. Maybe it was because I'd always done my duty. Julie decided to tell me the truth.
Strictest confidence, but you've got a right to know it happened near your children's school.
What?
None of the pupils were hurt, but you should call your wife and kids.
According to intel, this may have been a revenge attack, a response to me sabotaging the train bombing. For safety, Vicky and the kids were moved to a safe house with 24-hour police protection. But as the one being targeted, I could no longer be Julie's bodyguard.
Meanwhile, we have to take the view if there's any risk at all of you being a target. It puts not only you and your family in jeopardy, but also your colleagues, maybe even the principal and her staff. I'm sorry, David, but you're restricted to desk duty pending reassignment.
So the one officer who actually successfully averted a threat, he's the one you people want to remove from my protection team. Sends completely the wrong message.
Julia was very dissatisfied with the police for transferring me away. At that moment, even she might not be sure whether it was just for work reasons or a release of personal emotions. Julia's dissatisfaction quickly reached the police station.
Just as well you're being restored to active duty at the Home Office then.
Thank you, Mum.
Not me. Seems like you've made friends in high places.
My name is David. The next day, I returned to the Ministry of the Interior. Julia quickly noticed that after I returned to my post, she kept glancing at me out of the corner of her eye. Julia's tough national security policies caused great public controversy. Whenever she appeared in public, reporters always crowded around her. Even the Prime Minister started to complain, thinking she was monopolizing public attention. Radical politicians are always more likely to face threats. That day finally came. On the way to escort Julia to a meeting, a gunshot broke all the peace.
David, let's talk.
Pierce the windows, but they can't get through the armored metal. Control 7900 to set up. We need armed support and eruption. The scene is operational priority.
CSC deploying to scene. Area being cordoned off and alarm held back. ARC's en route.
Control 7-9 received. 2 minutes, man. Sit tight, you're gonna be fine. It's okay.
Julia was stunned, full of fear, but the attack continued. I carefully got out from one side of the car, then used my phone camera to film the shooter's position. I captured the killer's exact location, on the rooftop of a building across the street. I immediately reported the situation.
Shooter is located on roof of Pasco House 1000 feet south of Thornton Circus. Single shooter only.
Received 7-9.
Where are those ARVs?
Area lockdown ongoing. ETA 2 minutes.
You already said 2 minutes.
I couldn't wait any longer. We were now living targets. We couldn't just sit and wait to die. I crawled to the front of the car and pulled out the driver, called the escort convoy behind us to provide cover, then reversed quickly to get out of the gunman's range, until we drove under the building where the killer was and got out of the shooter's line of sight. Julia was temporarily safe. I asked my colleague to protect her, while I picked up my weapon and rushed into the building, ready to eliminate the threat completely. I reached the rooftop smoothly. Just as I was about to capture the killer alive with my gun raised, I realized the killer was my comrade in arms. At that moment, even the air seemed to freeze, but I knew my duty.
It's over, mate.
He gently put down his gun belt, seemingly ready to surrender, but he reached behind his back.
Don't. Someone's got to stop her. Get it done. Don't!
I suddenly didn't know what to do. Everything happened so fast and ended just as fast. As the target of the attack, before the investigation ended, Julia was placed in a heavily guarded hotel. I continued to protect her closely. Julia regained her usual composure, and when she recalled the scene of the incident, she sensitively noticed something was wrong.
Why were the police held back from entering the square?
It wasn't safe for unarmed officers to go in.
No, I don't mean that. The ALVs. We were under attack. You and the members of the public terror was blown apart.
Mum, are you all right?
Who would give that order? To hold resources back and leave us in the line of fire.
I can't imagine that's what was going on.
Just answer the question, please, David.
That would be an executive officer at SO15.
Julia showed a meaningful expression.
I can't imagine for a moment the ARVs are being held back without good reason. First priority is preservation of life.
I was being shot at.
Julia was still emotionally unstable, and in a flustered moment, she knocked over the tea set. I didn't explain anymore, but stepped forward to comfort her emotions. The sudden closeness made both of us freeze unconsciously. After a moment of struggle, Julia leaned on me.